Are you tired of trying and feeling that nothing changes? Are you stuck in the same rut, waiting for something to happen? The truth is that only those who have the courage to take risks really change their lives. Denzel Washington didn't get where he is by luck. He understood that success doesn't come to those who live in comfort, but to those who face fear head-on. What if I told you that failure could be the best teacher you ever had? Yes, you heard right. Failure is not the problem. The problem is giving up. The big takeaway here is simple. You won't achieve a fulfilling life, full of motivation and money, if you're not willing to fall down, get up, and move on. That's the secret of the greats. And guess what? You can do it too. Now, if you really want to change your life, to live abundantly, to stop living small, then pay attention. What you're going to hear today could be the start of a complete transformation. Watch to the end and discover how failure can actually be your greatest ally. Take bold risks. Life only really starts to change when you decide to take a risk. Denzel Washington talks about this a lot, and he's right. If you want to have a fulfilling life, full of accomplishments and money, you can't always stay in a safe place. It's like playing a game and never trying to level up. You're always stuck at the same stage. Nelson Mandela said, "There is no passion in living small." This means that to really live, you need to have the courage to step out of the ordinary. When you take risks, you discover new things, learn more about yourself, and grow. Look at any successful person. They didn't get there without taking a few risks. You may want to start a business, change careers, or even invest your money in order to have an abundant life. But fear holds you back, doesn't it? The secret is to start slowly, without rushing, but with focus. A simple example: if you want to improve your finances, you can start by investing in something small, like buying shares in companies you trust. Taking risks isn't about doing things by any means. It's about having a plan, thinking about what might work, and above all, having the courage to go ahead. Life is full of possibilities when you give yourself the chance to try something new. This applies to everything: your work, your personal life, and even how you handle money. Don't let fear be the only thing standing between you and a transformed life. Now, if you ask yourself, what if I make a mistake? That's the point. We don't always get it right, but that's how we learn. When you fall, don't worry. The important thing is to fall forward, learning from your mistakes and getting up stronger. Translated with dpel.com free version. Fall forward. Things won't always turn out the way you planned. And that's okay. The important thing is that when you make a mistake, you fall forward. This means learning from each stumble, rather than letting the mistake hold you back. Greats like Thomas Edison, who invented the light bulb, failed several times before achieving success. With each failure, he learned something new. So don't be afraid to make mistakes, because that's how you grow and transform your life. Imagine you're trying something new, whether it's a personal or professional project, or even a new way of making money. You may not get it right straight away, but that's no reason to give up. Every mistake teaches you something valuable. Edison said that he didn't fail 10,000 times before inventing the light bulb. He just discovered 10,000 ways that didn't work. If he had given up at the first mistake, the world would be very different today, don't you think? So if you fail, see it as an opportunity to get up stronger. Every stumble is a stepping stone towards a fuller, more abundant life. It doesn't matter if it's an attempt to change careers or invest in something new. What matters is that you learn from your mistakes and keep moving forward. Maybe you try an investment and it doesn't bring the expected return, but the experience teaches you how to be more strategic next time. Falling forward means that you understand that failure is part of the process. And in fact, the sooner you allow yourself to make mistakes, the sooner you'll find the right path. You can't build something great without hitting a few bumps along the way. The important thing is that with each fall, you get back up with more knowledge and ready for the next step. Dreams require goals. Dreaming is the first step, but that's not enough. To turn your dreams into reality, you need clear and consistent goals. It's like wanting to reach a destination without knowing which way to go. If you want to have a fulfilling life, full of motivation and success, The first step is to define exactly what you want to achieve and then draw up a plan to get there. Dreaming is important, but goals are what give direction and make the magic happen. Imagine you want to save up money to buy something big, like a house. Just wishing for it won't get you very far. You need to create well-defined goals. How much do you want to save each month? How soon do you want to achieve it? And most importantly, how are you going to meet them? That way, each small victory will bring you closer to your bigger goal, and that's what gives you the motivation to keep going. Translated with dpel.com free version. Goals also help you not to lose focus when obstacles appear. If something goes wrong, instead of giving up on your dream, you adjust the plan and move on. That's what transforms your life. Small goals, like learning something new every week or saving a portion of your salary, are what build the path to an abundant and fulfilling life. What's more, having clear goals keeps you on track even when your motivation wanes. Sometimes it seems easier to stop or change course, but when you have concrete goals, it's easier to stay focused on your purpose. Whatever your dream, starting a new business, achieving financial independence, or changing your career, it only becomes possible when you commit to working consistently. Failure is inevitable. Look, there's no escaping it. Everyone makes mistakes, everyone fails. It's normal, it's part of it. But the difference between those who live a full life and those who get stuck is how they deal with these moments. Denzel Washington has often said that he himself has been rejected from several auditions, but he didn't let that stop him. He kept trying. Failure doesn't define you, but the way you react to it does. Maybe you've tried something and it didn't work out, be it a job, an idea, or even a project you thought was going to be a success. But you know what? Every time you make a mistake, you learn, like Reggie Jackson, who is one of baseball's greatest players, but also holds the record for most strikeouts. In other words, he failed more than anyone, but he kept going and shone. If he had given up at the beginning, no one would even remember his name today. Failure is like tripping over a stone. It hurts, but next time you know you need to pay more attention. This is true even when it comes to money. Sometimes you invest, and the return isn't what you expected. But instead of throwing it all away, you learn from the experience and get smarter. Little by little, you adjust your strategy, and before you know it, your life really starts to change. Then you're on your way to a fuller, more abundant life. The big thing is not to give up. Those who give up straight away will never know how far they could have come. Every time you fail, you get a chance to learn something new. If it goes wrong, no problem. Adjust, correct what didn't work, and carry on. The truth is that success only comes to those who persist, because they understand that failure is just one stage in the process. Translated with dpel.com free version. Success is born of failure. You know, sometimes you don't realize that success and failure are linked until you've broken your face a few times. Denzel Washington himself has been there. He remembers an important audition that he failed. But lo and behold, 30 years later, he's back in the same theater, only this time as the star of a Broadway play. Incredible, right? That failure back then was what gave him the motivation to evolve and come back with everything. Sometimes what seems like the end is just the beginning of something bigger. The problem is that we have this habit of thinking that when something goes wrong, it's over. But the reality is that it could just be a push to improve. How many times have you made a mistake and then realized that it made you do better the next time? You may have lost a job now, but in a while you could be the boss of the company that didn't even want you before. The key is not to give up when things go wrong. When you start to see mistakes as part of the process, everything changes. Let's say you decided to invest your money, and on the first try, it didn't go as you'd hoped. Instead of giving up, you take that experience, study what went wrong, and prepare yourself better for the next one. This is how failure becomes the fuel for success. Every mistake takes you one step closer to having the abundant life you dream of. The road to success is never a straight line. It's full of bends and falls, and it's in those falls that you learn the most. Denzel didn't get where he is without stumbling, without hearing no. He took every failure and turned it into a learning experience. That goes for everything, whether at work, in your projects, or even in your personal life. Conclusion: think for a moment. What if this was the turning point you've been waiting for? What if all those times you failed were just the first steps towards an extraordinary life? Now you know that failure is not the end, but the beginning of something much greater. Everything you need is in your hands. The big question is, are you ready to act? You deserve a fulfilling life, full of accomplishments and abundance. Don't let fear hold you back any longer. The opportunities are there, right in front of you. It's time to take a chance, to believe that you can do more, and to take that first brave step. Every great success story began like this, with a decision, with a choice. And now it's your turn to write yours. If this content has moved you, if it has made you reflect and see a different future, don't stop. Sign up now and be part of this journey with me. Turn on notifications so you don't miss any of the next steps towards a transformed life. I'm here with you, and together we're going to achieve the success you're looking for.